It's a place where Rangers have positively harvested points in the past, unbeaten here in the last 12 visits. But statistics don't tell the whole story. For any time Scott Sport's been here, the games have been tense and close and gone right down to the wire, and it'll hardly startle us if we're in for the same today. Kelly had a very good away win at Love Street last week, and with Ian Durrant out with a hamstring injury, they bring in Peter Canero as the only change, which means the footballing rehabilitation of Andy McLaren, who started his career with Dundee United, continues apace. And you have to hope a talented lad like this has put his problems behind him. Rangers haven't been making their fans drool at the mouth of late, and they bring in Serge Perini, who wasn't in the squad against St Johnstone. They give Neil McCann a starting position. He came on as a sub last week, and continue with Billy Dodds, something of a recent saviour, who spurns talk of big striker signings by acting as a salvage expert. And the referee today is Tom Brown from Edinburgh. Well, the only people favouring Rangers at the moment seem to be the bookies, still making them odds-on favourites to win this championship. And of course you very rarely see an impoverished bookie, so they know something about the business. However, the Rangers' form has been far from impressive, and up against a side determined to do much better than of late, and that's Rickson trying to control the ball on what is a very slippery surface, because it's been a kind of smear rain over the last hour. Gilly full of aggression at the moment. Mahood puts that down, and out comes close. Had to take that cleanly. Conterman. Ferguson seeing plenty of space on the right-hand side. Now Reyna. Well, Reyna delayed that far too long, allowing the cover to take place. Killy on the break again. Ball just kept in. Oh, that's a penalty kick, yes. No question, Conterman really taken on the outside by Andy McLaren, the man we mentioned right at the start. Penalty kick, no complaints, as he keeps the right leg trailing. So, McLaren, I think, will take the responsibility himself. This is how it came about. Neat little jink, that's typical McLaren play. We used to see him do that a lot for Dundee United. I talked about rehabilitation. This will take him a stride forward, yes. Curry a one-up. 3.5 minutes gone, and they deserved it. They've got it, Rangers, from the word go, with aggression, and that is a delighted player. No wonder. As I said, he's come through huge personal problems, and he takes his chance with aplomb, sending the Rangers goalkeeper the wrong way. Marusso not quite getting there. Now it's 2 against 2. Koka. Amoroso keeping his eye on the ball, and Conterman is there, and that's almost put past his own keeper. That is a very shaky looking Rangers defence at the moment, and clearly Conterman finding it difficult to adapt in the middle of that defence, has witnessed that one. Taken by McLaren again, that wasn't far away. Well, Kokar is looking extremely sharp, and I think what was good about this was not just the finishing effort, but the way he crept in there from a difficult angle, tried to curl it round. Perini. And it goes to Dodds. Easily taken away. There's a beautiful boot follow to McLaren again. Great run forward by the lad. And it's in again. His second goal. Quite astonishingly, the Rangers defence ripped apart right down the middle. But what an astute run by Andy McLaren. 9.5 minutes gone. Beautiful ball played forward there. Now this required the finest finish yet. One-to-ones can sometimes, well, he almost got to Klaus, and Rangers at this stage staggered. Well, there's Bobby Williamson sitting amongst his directors. who must be very pleased, as he is, with this 2-goal lead. He must be enjoying himself, Bobby. Still McCann. Too tight from Wallace. There's Wallace again. Free kick, I think, as McCann tried to go through. Free kick to Rangers, and here they will be missing Albert. Tackle in there by McGowan, and he can't have any complaints about this. I think there's a booking, in fact, for McGowan for that. Abaruso in on it, straight against the defensive wall, and easily cleared. No wonder he's looking stern. Al Ferguson. Played well to the side. McCann had come up to Van Bronckhorst, and that's just over. Wallace. We have now played 31 minutes, and this, you could say, the clearest chance Rangers have had in all that time, and Wallace slightly mistiming it, not getting up and above the ball, but clearly underneath it. There's McCann. With that well to Ferguson, Van Bronckhorst on towards Wallace, and I think he's already been booked. Now that is a bookable offence. Nobody wants to see a player sent off in any game, but look at that. That is a yellow card, and really I think he's very fortunate to stay on. It would have been a terrible blow to Kilmarnock, but I think the referee has been very charitable. Or is he changing his mind? Yes, he is off. Harsh as it would be in terms of the way that Kilmarnock have had superiority, it was technically just. Van Bronckhorst. McCann, lovely little turn, goes on the outside. And it's a penalty kick to boot. Tried to take him on the outside, and the referee, Tom Brown, points to the penalty spot. Yes, that's a penalty kick. So Billy Dodds. There it goes. Rangers have pulled themselves back, and Andy McLaren knows Billy Dodds very well. Well, as said, this is something of a salvage expert. It could be that again today. Rangers leave it to the wee fellow to score his 5th goal, 5th competitive goal, in no uncertain manner. Well, no wonder Williamson, who's been up in the director's box, has come down now. He can't believe this. His team well in front, well in top, and then 2 incidents brings it back to this. A ragged sort of ending to an astounding first 45 minutes. And there it goes, while Rangers, having been outplayed for so much of that first half, strongly back in it again, and Andy McLaren goes up the tunnel, and up until about 10 minutes before half-time, he must have been feeling 10 feet tall with his contribution, and we should be in for a spectacular second half. Well, referee Tom Brown was roundly booed by the Kilmarnock supporters when he came on there, and I'm sure Jim in the studio will be looking very carefully at why it took so long to make that booking, that second booking of Kevin McGowan. I thought it was a booking, but you wonder, was he pressurised? Had he made up his mind? I think it perplexes us, and there's the Rangers sub at the start of this half. Kanchelskis with Fernando Rickson off. Here is Kanchelskis. I think that was a bit of obstruction, free kick. Well, effectively he has put Reina way back on the right-hand side, where Rickson was, with Kanchelskis just in front of him, going for it, as it were. And now to Ferguson. There's Dodds. McCann. Great run by McCann. There It's in, and it had to be taken by Gordon Marshall first time. That's penetration. At least McCann is getting outside the Kilmarnock defence and getting to the line. Kanchelska's not as successful on the other side. You can see he's trying to use his pace simply and effectively. Dodds. Ferguson. Well, that's a very good save again, as three Rangers players waiting for a little mistake. And Ferguson bearing down in goal effectively. Here's Kanchelska's. Did well to get that to the line at all. Gus McPherson is there, and that hit the stanchion at the back, and for a moment a little optical illusion crept in. I thought that was in the back of the net. I think he was panicked into doing this, and just for a moment as he went for it there and looked towards goal. And Perini is coming off, and also Wallace. Chugai is on. John comes on, and Kenny Miller, £2 million from Hibs, developing a young player, one of the best prospects in the game, of course. Oh, brilliantly brought down there. Ali is going to have a go. Well, the old touch is still there. Really took Continent right out of it. And not a bad effort, you know, for his first touch getting in here. There goes Amoruso with Van Bronckhorst. Into Van Bronckhorst, he'll try the shot at goal, and the covering of this Kilmarnock defence has been absolutely immense. Swept in better, and it's in from Billy Dodds again, would you believe? Well, I cannot stress enough what this man has done, despite all the talk of it getting illustrious strikers to Ibrox. It's a rescue act again by this man, boring his way into goal. There was only one thing he had in mind, get the forehead to it, and he did. And we've got exactly 15 minutes remaining. We're now back to square level. I don't think he'll be happy with this. Look at the space Rayner has now. And it goes, and Dean Deleuze there again. He and McPherson have been superb. Rayner. Little ball to Kanchelska's. Where's he going? Now Ferguson might want to go himself. He does. Tries to get in there. Miller's done it! The young sub puts Rangers ahead. His first real meaningful goal for the club. And Rangers now lead by 3 goals to 2, and no wonder they're hugging him. For so long in the game, Rangers looked as if they couldn't penetrate the defence, and the youngster kept immensely cool to put it away. There's the bust forward by Ferguson. Full credit to him for laying the foundation for it, and then swept in by Muller. Well, this man must have thought, just before half-time, at 10 or so minutes before it, that he had the best chance of putting one over Rangers here at Rugby Park that he's ever had before. And then came that dramatic change in circumstances. Surging forward again, this time McCann with it. It's not offside, and it should be. It is. Chugai does it, and in intelligent run forward, and that puts it beyond any doubt. The Tucky's player scored his first league goal. And all that pressure has paid off, and the referee, I think, might even book for the way they went to the crowd there. Yes, I think he's got his card out, and he's reminding Tugai of his responsibility of self-discipline. But at this moment, in the euphoria of scoring the fourth goal, look at his run forward, a great ball there by McCann. He might have taken the tourist route to goal, but the long way round, it still paid off. And I think there's just a slight suggestion of a smile on that man's face, and I don't think he's had local anaesthetic for it either. There's Tugai. That's a beautiful ball forward as the final whistle goes. Ferguson thwarted at the end. An absolutely astonishing game in many ways, with Kilmarnock playing splendidly in that first 35 minutes. Andy McLaren outstanding, gaining the penalty kick as he did, converting it himself, and then going through in that wonderful ball there, remaining measured and cool in the way he took it, even though Klaus got a touch. And then the comeback by you-know-who, with a penalty awarded after that run on the outside by McCann. It was Dodds who took it and put it away. And then in the second half, with Rangers pushing on the pressure, crowded penalty areas, Dodds coming up, an absolutely positive header into the back of the net. And then young Kenny Miller on as a substitute, and against so many players around him, and getting that final touch to put it through. And then an exquisite goal at the end by Tugai after great play by McCann, putting him in there. Camley putting it into the back of the net eventually. But oh, it was a very narrow game in many ways for 11 men against 10 at the end of the day. The final score, Kilmarnock 2, Rangers 4.
Yeah, it was good because I think at the end the result was the most important thing today, because in the beginning of the season, if you're not 100% your condition, I think it's important to get the right result.
Andy, a fantastic start for Kilmarnock today. You must be disappointed that they didn't hold on for victory.
That's right, aye. We were 2-0 up after about 15 minutes. Just came at the box pretty sharp, you know. Just thought 2-0, a great start, but just couldn't head on it.
There was a critical point in the game when Kilmarnock were ahead and they lost a man. Now, yes, it was a foul, possibly it was a yellow card, but did you feel your players unfairly influenced the referee to get him booked again?
Yeah, I don't know why you're asking me, because everybody could see that it was in my opinion, it was even a red card, not a yellow card.
But when you see the pictures, you may see that the referee was not going to book him, and your players did influence him to make another yellow
then it was a mistake from the referee. Again, I don't want to say the player needs a red or yellow card. The referee has to do that, but it was clearly a foul. And then it's up to him to give a yellow or red card, but to my opinion, it was a real card.